we would like to recruit um, people from your parallel who are asking for the leap already and who are willing to move not only to a parallel world where there, there's still environmental sanity and you can actually survive, and you may find yourself in a culture with values much closer to your values than what you were living before. A lot of people want that kind of leap. We are calling for the brave ones who would really like to help now to start to experiment with new, more radical modes of seeing, setting new parameters for the human experience on your planet and elsewhere. You are latecomers to, within your technological society and its recent historical timeline. You are newcomers to the interplanetary and we're looking for the words for intersolar systems, interstar system communication within our galaxy. We work a little beyond our galaxy, but that's where we think you would be most comfortable staying and exploring at this point. There are amazing experiments happening now in other places, bringing not only different kinds of what we call human experience together. And there are many, we would call Orionites and Pleiadians and human beings like you are. Like we're assuming most of the beings watching this video are human beings. There may be others. There are certain polarities that are coming together now, like male-female, good-bad, but also nature-human. And there are many people that are experimenting with what it's like to blend your consciousness closely with not only the land you live on or that you love on your own planet, but with the land that may be on a distant planet or solar system or star system, and intimately offer your body and your psyche and your spirit as an experimental ground in which to bring these extraterrestrial land energies incarnate in you, incarnate on your planet, in whatever parallel world you now live in or you are being leapt to facilitate that experiment. This means, there are those that are being born with a variety of frequencies that may also be experiencing something similar to what those of you who are willing to move into this would experience on a day-to-day level, but they wouldn't have the contrast. They wouldn't have quite the background of what you're trying to evolve. Because if you are willing to bring these frequencies into your being, in your physical expression as well, you are enough still a part of your old planetary energies to do the work of integration within your own self. Kathy has met many people in her channeling career that do already embody frequencies from other places. We're wanting to specifically really emphasize in what we're interested in is in like rather than a lot of people will tell you they feel like they have Pleiadian roots, and usually what they mean is that they feel like they've incarnated as a Pleiadian human being before. We're wanting to work with the very soil on some of these planets, and which of course is inherent. Pleiadian would have their body would be made of the planet that they live on. What we are wanting is a mixing and therefore a greater cohesion across planetary systems in this galaxy, but also a filling of the void. On your planet, humans have largely turned away from the spiritual consciousness of the earth and the earth's expression in plants and minerals and topographical features like desert or mountains or lakes. You have poisoned your atmosphere and, as you know, and your land and your waters. You have electrified your land and your waters and your air, so that everything has been tinkered with, has been was despiritualized, we would say, in that you do not recognize that there's a spiritual component, say, to a plant, and when you genetically modify it, you are killing the spirit, or you are removing it from its physical expression. This is one of the worst examples of this process, but it takes place in the air when you electrify the air with your cell phone tower emissions and satellite transmissions, so that the electromagnetic properties of the air are dramatically altered, and the normal spiritual expression therein is sterilized, voided, killed. Your planet is now, on most of the parallel worlds we're probably talking to through YouTube right now, it's falling apart. Not in the sense so much of, for our purposes of discussion, your economies are crumbling, your waters are polluted. But if you look on a spiritual level, which is the level of relationship between all things on your planet and relationship between your planet and other planets, the earth is crumbling. It's rather like trying to relate to somebody who has Alzheimer's. When other relationships are established, when relationships are established with other beings, like say Venus's relationship to your Earth, the crumbling of the earth at the hands of humans is so huge that the normal resonance, which is of course at the base of astrological experience between the earth and Venus, is no longer what it once was or what it normally would be. You've altered the earth that much. So for Venus to relate to Earth, it's kind of like relating to a person with Alzheimer's who's losing their ability to relate very effectively, at least on a physical level. And this is kind of our specialty, is that level of relationship between the planets and the star systems. We never dreamed that we would ever feel the need to talk through a Chandler here and talk about how this has affected whole planet's ability to relate to each other.